And we're here each and every day at 8 a.m. on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. So if you're not already a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. We're getting really close. We should be within a day of hitting 9,000 subscribers. Be one of the many who are doing that so that we can get this message out to more and more and more people. So today I would talk about the idea about our thinking mind, because it's what controls us. Our thoughts really, well, what's the title? Thoughts can change your life. But the thinking mind can never bring you into the present moment. The thinking mind always has a purpose. And with the thinking mind having a purpose, it's always in the future. So if you're thinking, you're analyzing all the time, you can never be in the now. It's the idea of, can you let go? Can you let go of thinking? Can you let go and just be present? Can you let go and can you just be the observer? That's a hard thing to do. Can you do that when you're with a person? Can you just be with them? Be fully engaged in the moment instead of thinking, how am I going to make this work? How's this going to happen? How's that going to happen? Where are we going to take this relationship? Instead of just saying, let's just be in it. You see, the thinking mind is a wonderful thing in many ways, but the thinking mind is also a huge distraction in our ability to experience the allness, the fullness of life. And where is the allness and the fullness of life experienced? It's in the now. And see, we create delusion and we bypass our entire life because we're always thinking. I got this purpose to do this and do this and do this and do this. And that's never in the now. It's always in the future. So if you have comments and you want to ask questions, just write them in there. And also let me know where you're checking in from. I would love to hear from you. I see Julie's out there. Julie's made 3 comments already. My goodness. Well, she didn't make any comments. Julie's a bit lazy in how she communicates. She likes to use emojis. I guess that's what social media is doing, is taking us out of the ability to converse. Although I love emojis, I love all the likes, I love the prayers, I love it all. It's all wonderful. I know that the more I think, the more I move away from my truth. That's why I have meditation as a major part of my life, because in meditation, I calm my mind and I stop the thinking. I give my mind permission to take a break. That's how I look at meditation. I give my mind I give it permission. Hey, you don't have to think. For this 30 minutes, you don't have to think. Well, Dane just checked in from Philadelphia. Well, you're the second person I know from Philadelphia that watches. We've also got Kai. I don't think she's on yet. She might be. She just might be shy and not sharing, but welcome, Dane. Yeah, it's always getting Mesquite, Texas. I see you out there, Rodney, and I know that Julie's in Texas. Here's what I know. I'm talking to people all over the world all the time, and I love it. Social media from that standpoint is what a gift, that we can communicate at any time with people all over the planet. All over the planet. Newark, New Jersey. I've been there once, and I didn't stay there. I just drove through there on my way to Basking Ridge, New Jersey. Boy, I was disconnected back in those days in the corporate world. Yeah, there's Kai. I told you she was hiding out there. She's out there. She's from Philadelphia, everybody. Just love it. This mind. I want you to reflect on your mind. And what does your mind think about? Does it ever really think about the now, or is it planning ahead? Is it into desire of something in the future? Does it wish it had something more than it currently has? Oh, so Dane and Kai have a relationship. They know each other very well. How wonderful. How wonderful. There goes my rabbit. I'm going all over the place this morning. I am going through an inner adjustment that is very, very uncomfortable. And I don't know if you're going through that same inner adjustment. And that inner adjustment is this. I know that the world is never going to go back to the way it was February of 2020. It's never going to go back. I have no idea where the world is going. And so I'm in the process of, how do I reinvent myself? How do I reinvent the way I bring this idea of love, of agape, of personal responsibility, of spiritual tools? How do I bring that to the world? What is the best way to engage with people? These are questions that I'm open to. And here's what I know. I have no idea. And for me, I've decided that's the best place to be in the place of saying, I have no idea. Because then what happens is I'm open to things that I might shut out if I did have an idea. Does that make sense? See, if you're in a dilemma about something and you have an idea how it should work, anything that comes into your mind, the mind will analyze and say, well, it doesn't fit with your idea. Therefore, I'm going to discard it and not give it any time at all. And you see, so I try to be open and say, I don't know. I really, really don't know. And that leaves me open to hear what anyone has to say and realize that there are infinite possibilities. And maybe if I just open up, I can hear its message. That's real important. Can I hear its message? Because the message is always being given. We just are not listening. We're so busy in our minds rationalizing everything. We're justifying things. We're planning ahead. Again, we're back to that mind not allowing us to be present. And where do we get our wisdom? It's not in the future. It's in the present moment if we're listening. It could be you're having a conversation with someone. And if you've already got your mind pre-made up, you might not hear the greatest wisdom that could be coming at you. Kai, you're absolutely right. Kai says, is it a form of surrender? Yes, it is. It's surrendering into not knowing. It's surrendering into a willingness of hearing something that you may never have thought about. It's surrendering into a higher power, a higher sense of consciousness. It's surrendering into the newness of life that is seeking and desiring and can't wait to express as you. Surrender is not a bad word. We've given surrender a bad word. Say, I'm giving away my power. I'm giving away my power. No, that's not what surrender means. Nikki's there. She says, well, she's in Colorado right now. And she says her brain is always organizing her to-do list, to-go list, but I still have no idea what's happening in the next month and the next year. That's okay. 6 months ago, I didn't know about agape, but here we are today. I know. I love Nikki. She's got this beautiful young I call it gypsy energy because she flitters here, flitters there, flitters everywhere. And it appears she's enjoying herself. Do you notice I said it appears? Because I'm open to the possibility of not knowing. Isn't that a great way to be? When you're with someone and you don't know really what they're knowing, that opens up for conversation instead of no conversation. Hell, I've been married 48 years. I don't know what my wife is thinking. I have no clue what she's thinking. It's just interesting how this process of our mind works and how the process of being centered is so contrary to the process of the mind working. So in order to get to a state of oneness, a state of the divine, we let go of all thought. Then once we come out of that, we use thought to build beliefs. And those beliefs create our experience. So remember, a belief is our thoughts, words, actions, and feelings aligned toward a specific result, held persistently and consistently toward a directed purpose, and it's held either consciously or unconsciously. And most of our beliefs are unconscious. We've not even chosen them, but they're there. And they're what's causing our rational mind to think and taking us out of the present moment. Do you see how we came back to that again? Everything about connecting in oneness, connecting in love, being in meditation is all about letting the mind go and not being attached to being right or achieving things. It's about being right here, right now, in this moment. That feels good to just say that, doesn't it? Well, listen, I've been on a little over 11 minutes. It's about where I want to go today. Know that at 10:30 Central Time, I'll be doing my Sunday service. That'll be the last of the 4 in the series of the Book of Love. Today, I'm going to talk about how to love life. We've talked about what is love. We talked about loving ourselves. We talked about how to love others. And today, we're going to talk about love life. Linda, bring that question next week when you come on, and come on earlier in the talk. Like, I start at 8 o'clock Central Time. So if you've got that question, Linda, bring it early and we'll discuss it, okay? Hey, everybody. I'm going to end this right now, but before I do, you know what I'm going to tell you? I love you and I accept you just like you are. So go create your magnificent day and be your most magnificent self. Until next time, aloha.